NTNU has worked since the 1980s in a targeted manner towards recruiting girls to science and technology studies. The last 10 years we found the method that we use today, the method that we see work and we can see the results. Working for increasing the female share among the ICT students is important for this university. Gender balance is a factor that we are measured on by the Ministry of Education in Norway.
NTNU considers it our social responsibility to contribute to increase the number of females in the field of science and technology.
First and foremost, we see that the total number of female ICT students go up. We see that the percentage share of females studying science and technology goes up. 10 years ago, 16% of the applicants to science and technology studies at NTNU were females. This year, 30% were females. We see that approximately 70% of the girls that take part of the technology camp end up applying for science and technology studies at the NTNU.
All right, guys. So fascinating story that we have for today. As you saw from that clip, that's a school in Norway. And they've been very focused on having equal genders within the STEM fields in universities for quite a while. As you saw in that video, it said 2006 to 2016. Well, was that 15% jump or so, 15% jump. And hey, I love the idea of having this kind of a technology camp, introducing high school kids before they get into university to see these kinds of programs to maybe get them interested in it. However, fast forward to this week, August 8th, 2023, and this article comes out. It says, male student changes gender to gain admissions to esteemed NTNU program which prioritized female applicants. Now, obviously, this is quite hilarious because in today's day and age, what is a woman? Women could be whatever you feel like in the morning, at night, throughout the day. And that's exactly what happened with this guy. It says a male student in Norway took advantage of the nation's lenient gender self-identification laws to gain admissions to a Norwegian University of Science and Technology. The student said changing his gender for the purpose of gaining extra admission points was about as easy as switching mobile plans. Now you might be wondering, what are they talking about, gender points? And this school in Norway actually had an article written back in 2010 about it, where it was titled, "Do Women Need Gender Points?" Now, if you scroll down and you take a look at here, the article goes on to say here, the scheme that gives additional points to the underrepresented gender in admissions process to higher education has been under debate this spring. Many have voiced their support for giving men additional points in several fields of study, while women in Norway are granted gender points in 139 individual study programs. Men only receive additional points if they apply for studies in veterinary medicine and veterinary nursing. So women get gender points for almost 140 different fields of study, and men only get it for 2 fields, simply because they take up the majority of those fields. The other 140, 139, they're not rewarded points, but because they're underrepresented in veterinary medicine and veterinary nursing, they're awarded points. Now, the question is being raised, do female applicants need gender points for all the fields of study encompassed by the scheme? Women receive extra gender points for several of the civil engineering programs. Gender equality advisor Bandis Bennett, I'm not even going to try that, wonders how important these points actually are for achieving gender balance in these subjects. She goes on to say, many young women who choose natural science have been at the top of their class throughout their entire schooling. They have made conscious choices and earned high marks, so they probably would have been admitted anyways, meaning what is even the point of the gender points? Now, if we go back to the other article, it says, according to their website, NTU has development plan for gender equality and diversity in which that state, there is a gender imbalance in many disciplines and women are still underrepresented in the top level academic positions. Again, we've covered this before. If women aren't interested in going into plumbing or electrician or construction or this or that, or firefighting or STEM, why are we trying to force them into that? People have tendencies to lean more one way or the other. And as the other article said, if women are already at the top of their class in those specific marks, in those specific courses, they probably already are wanting to go into there and would be admitted anyway. However, this says, to combat overrepresentation of one sex in several programs, the university has adopted a unique policy to award those as female extra points towards admission in instances where the program has an extreme gender imbalance. The policy does not apply in programs where there is no gender imbalance, which that's great, but they also shouldn't have it regardless. It goes on to say, according to the gentleman that changed, I guess, an unnamed male student took advantage of the policy after failing to meet merit-based standards. And that's why merit is so important. Now we just have these diversity hires. We're just trying to make certain quotas. These people are not qualified to be in these courses yet, because you need to reach this certain number or you need to make it look good. They get hired regardless. And now they're taking a spot of somebody who probably could have had that. Seeking to gain extra admission points, the student changed his gender marker, allowing him to collect just enough points to be admitted into the Industrial Economics and Technology Management program. The program had a bonus 2 gender points for female applicants. Now, 2 might not seem like a lot, but I guess it was enough for this guy to get in. And that's a problem, because if he was not skilled enough to get on just based off his merit, then that means I probably wouldn't want this guy in that kind of a course. Now it says it took about 7 weeks for the gender change to be completed, the student says, also stating that other male students have also changed their legal gender to secure their own spots in the university. And again, this is now what we're saying, where men taking over women's sports or women's spaces or winning beauty pageants for women or getting Woman of the Year. Like, men are just taking over everything and women are allowing it because nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings or live in reality that men are not women and can never be women. It goes on to say, despite knowing this, the revelation, the dean, Monica Rolfson, maintained that the gender change was legitimate and that the school has no place to intervene. What are you talking about has no place to intervene? What kind of gender the student has and whether a student changes genders and why, we really have nothing to do with. It's a private matter. Well, this person has explained why. They're just trying to manipulate the system that you guys have promoted and is now getting away with this, yet you're saying it's a private matter. However, this is one of the more fascinating parts. It says, but this year, out of 252 students admitted to that course, 170 claimed to be women. That's almost like a 65-70% admission that's mainly women in that course already. So why they're still getting gender points doesn't make much sense to me. Rolson also says that the portion of women has reached 40% of the school's overall population and the gender point system will be reevaluated in the fall. Which, hey, I think that's a fantastic idea. Reevaluate, get rid of it. But I mean, your goal is to get 50-50, right? What if it starts overproducing and now you have 60% women, 40% men? Are you now going to switch it and start giving gender points to the males again and introducing this weird system once more? Like, it doesn't make much sense. But anyways, love to hear from you guys. As always, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much. So if you liked that video and you want more content like that, check out this video. And as always, stay subscribed for other videos that I post. Thanks.